Good morning, friends. In the previous lecture, we were solving the sums related to the section formula. So we shall continue with the same kind of sums. I'm having a sum here, that is, find the ratio in which the y-axis, friends, note that what is here, it is given as the y-axis divides the line segment joining the points 5, -6 and -1, -4. Also find the point of intersection. So we need to find out the point of intersection, and also we need to find the ratio. Now let us understand this question is what is dividing. So the answer is that the y-axis is dividing what? The line segment joining these 2 points. So let me write down that here let a 5 -6 equals to x1 y1 and b -1 -4 equals to x2 y2. Now understand the situation. What is y-axis? So y-axis will be a vertical line. Is it clear? Let us say this is y-axis, and this y-axis is dividing a point that is given like this or anything like this. So if I say that this point here has coordinates a and b, right? This is our line segment and this y-axis is dividing it here. So we will have this a as 5, -6 and b as -1, -4. Yes or no? Or if we want to locate this perfectly on the Cartesian plane, then how we can locate it is like this. This is my y-axis and this is my line segment, and this will be our x-axis. So that is your x, y, x dash and y dash. This is a and this will be your b, which is 5, -6 and -1, -4. So this is our perfect graph that this question suggests. Now friends, what we need is the point of intersection and also the ratio. So let the point of intersection, this is our point of intersection P, which is located on the y-axis. So as the x-axis, sorry friends, as the y-axis, as the y-axis divides the line segment AB, the point of intersection, the point of intersection lies on the y-axis. Therefore the point of intersection lies on the y-axis. Therefore let the point of intersection be 0, y, right? Let the point of intersection be 0, y, or let me write it as p 0, y. Is it clear? So this is our point of intersection. As we say, any point lying on the y-axis has its x coordinate 0. So this is our point of intersection 0, y, and we need to find out the ratio also, and also let the ratio be k is to 1. As we discussed the second case of the section formula, that whenever we need to find out the unknown ratio, at that time we will always take the ratio as k is to 1. Is it clear? So friends, now finding out the point and the ratio both, applying the section formula, we get, what do we get is this point of intersection has now coordinates 0 comma y. Therefore 0 comma y is equals to kx2 plus x1 upon k plus 1. Yes or no? So k x2 plus x1 upon k plus 1 comma ky2 plus y1 upon k plus 1. Right, let us put the values of x1 y1 and x2 y2. Therefore 0 comma y is equals to kx2, that is k into minus 1 plus x1, that is 5 upon k plus 1 comma k into y2, that is k into minus 4 plus minus 6 upon k plus 1. Is it clear? So these are the values that we have, x1 y1 and x2 y2. Therefore 0 comma y is equals to, here we get minus k plus 5 upon k plus 1 and minus 4k minus 6 upon k plus 1. Right, we got these two. Now friends, we shall simply comparing the coordinates on both sides. Comparing the coordinates on both sides, we get, let us see, what do we get? That is 0 equals to minus k plus 5 upon k plus 1 and y equals to minus 4k minus 6 upon k plus 1. Right, so friends, see, we get these two coordinates. This is our x coordinate on both sides and this is our y coordinate on both sides. As you can see that in the x coordinate we don't have the value of k, and in the y coordinate we don't have the value of y and k both. Here y is also not known and k is also not known. So what we shall do is, first of all we shall find out the value of k from the x coordinate. Therefore solving this, multiply this here, we will get 0 equals to minus k plus 5, because k plus 1 into 0 is 0. Yes or no? It is 0. Therefore k is equals to 5. So we got the value of k here. Replacing the value of k here in y coordinate, therefore y equals to minus 4 into 5 minus 6 upon 5 plus 1. Minus 4 into 5, that is minus 20, minus 6 minus 26. Therefore y equals to minus 26 upon 6, that is 13 upon 3, minus 13 upon 3. Is it clear? So we get the answer, that is our y coordinate is minus 13 by 3, or value of y is minus 13 by 3. This is our value of y. Right, so what do we require? We require the point p0 comma y and also the ratio k is to 1. Therefore the required ratio is 5 is to 1 and the required point is 0 comma minus 13 by 3. Right, so the required ratio is 5 is to 1 and the required point is minus 13, 0 comma minus 13 by 3. You simply need to replace the values. In place of k we replace 5 here, so we get the ratio 5 is to 1, and in place of y we replace minus 13 by 3 here, so we get the point 0 comma minus 13 by 3. So our point of intersection is 0 comma minus 13 by 3, which is on the y axis, and dividing it in the ratio is 5:1, right? So this is how you can find out the ratio and the coordinates of the point at the same time. Okay. So I'm going to erase this here. Now I'm having the next question, that is the fifth one. Find the value of P. Find the value of P if the points A 6,1, B 8,2, C 9,4 and D P,3 are the vertices of a parallelogram. If these are the vertices of a parallelogram, then we need to find out the value of P. Is it clear? So this is the question given to us and we need to solve this question. Now you can solve this question in many ways, but we shall go for the simplest solution, that as the given points forms a parallelogram, as the given points forms a parallelogram, then what can we say? That the midpoints of the diagonal are equal, or you can also call it as same. You can see that a parallelogram is a quadrilateral which has the opposite sides equal and also unequal diagonals. Unequal diagonals, that means the length of the diagonals are not same. But one more thing is there that proves that the that quadrilateral is a parallelogram, that the diagonals of the parallelogram intersect each other at a unique point. At a unique point, that means that unique point is the midpoint of the diagonals, right? Suppose if I draw a parallelogram here, like this, then with the coordinates A, B, C, D, then friends, the diagonal of AC and the diagonal of BD will be drawn like this. Let us say that they both intersect each other at point P. Then we can say that the coordinates of P is the midpoint of AC and also the coordinates of P is the midpoint of BD. Is it clear? So this is how you can see that the midpoints of the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal. Therefore, here midpoint of AC is equals to midpoint of BD, right? Now friends, you can see that we have derived the special case of the section formula taking the ratio as 1:1, and there we got the midpoint formula, that was x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2, right? So that was the midpoint formula, midpoint theorem, right? We shall use that midpoint theorem here. So we are having the coordinates, let me write it down here, 6, 1, 8, 2, 9, 4 and p, 3. So these are the coordinates given to us. So let us apply the midpoint formula. That is, if you are using the diagonal AC, then we shall take A as x1 y1 and C as x2 y2. Therefore 6 plus 9 by 2 comma 1 plus 4 by 2 is equals to, same as that for BD, we shall take B as x1 y1 and D as x2 y2. That is 8 plus P by 2 comma 2 plus 3 by 2, right? So this is the midpoint theorem. Let us solve this. 9 plus 6, that is 15. 15 by 2 comma 5 by 2 is equals to 8 plus P by 2 comma 5 by 2. Friends, you can see here that the y coordinate on both the sides, y coordinate on both the sides are equal. So if the y coordinate is equal, then let us simply compare the x coordinate. Therefore we get 15 by 2 is equals to 8 plus P by 2. You can cancel out this 2. Therefore 15 is equals to 8 plus P, and hence P is equals to 7. That is 15 minus 8 equals to 7. Hence the value of P is 7. Is it clear? So that is how you can use this midpoint theorem. Everyone clear with this? Now we shall solve some more sums, then we shall move on to the next part, solving some more. That is the sixth one. I am having a question here. Again we shall start with the concepts, that find the coordinates, find the coordinates of the point which divides the line segment joining -1 7 and 4 minus 3 in the ratio 2:3. So we are having a question again, that find the coordinates of the point joining the line segment -1 7 and 2 4 minus 3 in the ratio 2:3. So let us find out by using the section formula. So the section formula, again we know that here let A -1 7 is equals to x1 y1 and 4 minus 3 and B 4 minus 3 is equals to x2 y2, and given the ratio, what is the ratio given? 2:3, and m1 is to m2 is equals to 2:3. So this is given here. Now let us apply the section formula. Therefore applying the section formula, we get x comma y. So here I forgot, and let the point B x comma y. So here we can replace x comma y is equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2, right? Therefore 2 into x2, that is 4, plus 3 into minus 1 upon 2 plus 3, right? In place of m1 and m2 we shall put the values 2 and 3. 2 into 4 plus 3 into minus 1 upon 2 plus 3 comma 2 into minus 3 plus 3 into 7 upon 2 plus 3. So let us simplify this. What is 2 into 4? 8 minus 3 upon 5 comma minus 6 plus 21 upon 5. What is 8 minus 3? 5. And 5 by 5 is 1 comma minus 6 plus 21 is 15 and 15 by 5 is 3. So our point of division or the coordinates of the point which divides the line segment is 1 comma 3. Is it clear? Right? So I'm going to erase this or keep it here for a second. You can take a snapshot of this, screenshot of this. Okay. Next one, so that was the sixth one I think we solved. Now we shall solve the seventh one, that is find the coordinates, find the coordinates of the points of trisection of the line segment joining 4 minus 1 and minus 2 minus 3, right? Again friends, we have solved a sum like this before in the previous lecture, and here we are going to solve it again, that is the point of the trisection, right? So point of the trisection simply means that the line segment is divided into 3 parts, right? The line segment is divided into 3 parts. Okay, so let me draw a line here. As we are having a trisection, so here let the points be a4 comma minus 1 equals to x1 y1 and b minus 2 comma minus 3 is equals to x2 y2. So I'm drawing a situation here, that is the line segment AB, which is divided into 3 parts by the points P and Q. So let the points of the trisection be P and Q. These are given, that is minus 2 comma minus 3. Sorry, I have written B in place of A. So that gives me here 4 comma minus 1 and minus 2 comma minus 3. Now as you can see that as we have already discussed also previous, that all these 3 parts are same. So if I say that this is one part, this is also one part, and this is also one part, right? So you can say that A to P, this is 1 we know, and this will be 2 up to B. So if I say in the first case that let P and Q be the points of the trisection where P divides the line segment AB in the ratio 1:2 from A, and Q divides the line segment AB in the ratio 2:1 from A, right? So if we are talking about the point P, then this will be one part and this will be two part. If we are talking about the point Q, then this will be A to Q will be 2 and the remaining will be 1. Is it clear? So this is how the point of division is formed. Is it clear? The ratio is formed. So P divides the line segment AB in the ratio 1:2 and Q divides the line segment AB in the ratio 2:1. Okay. Therefore, applying the section formula, we get P is equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2, right? This is written for the coordinates of point P. So when we are finding out P, we shall use m1 and m2 as 1 and 2 because for P the ratio is 1:2. So let us put down the values here. Therefore P is equals to 1 into x2. This is our x2, that is minus 2 plus 2 into 4 upon 1 plus 2 comma 1 into minus 3 plus 2 into minus 1 upon 1 plus 2, right? Therefore solving this we get minus 2 plus 8 upon 3 comma minus 3 minus 2 upon 3, which gives me 8 minus 2 is 6 by 3, that is 2 comma minus 5 by 3. Therefore P is equals to 2 comma minus 5 by 3. We got the first point here, that is P, which is 2 comma minus 5 by 3, right? Is this thing clear, friends? Okay, so that's it about the first point. Now and Q is equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. Okay, now in place of m1 and m2 we shall replace 2 and 1, because here q divides the line segment AB in the ratio 2:1 from A. That is equals to 2 into minus 2 plus 1 into 4 upon 2 plus 1 comma 2 into minus 3 plus 1 into minus 1 upon 2 plus 1. Right, resolving this, that is minus 4 plus 4 upon 3 comma minus 6 minus 1 upon 3. So minus 4 plus 4 is 0 and minus 6 minus 1 is 7, that is 0 comma minus 7 by 3. Therefore q equals to 0 comma minus 7 by 3. Yes or no? Hence we got the points of trisection, that is P 2 comma minus 5 by 3 and Q 0 comma minus 7 by 3. So these are the points of trisection that divides the line segment joining 4, minus 1 and minus 2, minus 3 into 3 equal parts. Okay friends, that is an important question. Okay, so let me erase this and I'm going to solve some more questions here. Okay, so next one, that is the 8th one. The question is, find the ratio in which the x-axis divides the line segment joining A 1 comma minus 5 and B minus 4 comma 5. Find the ratio in which the x-axis divides the line segment joining 1 comma minus 5 and B minus 4 comma 5. Also find the coordinates of the point of division. Also find the coordinates of the point of division. Okay, so that was same as we solved today, the first question. Find the ratio in which the y-axis divided the line segment joining these two, right? Now here friends, there is a slight change, that the ratio is also not given as we seen there. The point of division is also not given as we already know. And also one more thing friends, here the axis has been changed. axis has been changed. That means in the previous example we had the y-axis not given, and now we are having the x-axis not given, right? So what we are going to do here is, here we are going to change the question slightly as the solution of that of the previous question. So let the given points be A and B are given. So let A 1 comma minus 5 is equals to x1 y1, and B minus 4 comma 5 is equals to x2 y2, and as the x-axis divides line segment AB, as the x-axis divides line segment AB, the point of division will be P x comma 0, because on the x-axis we will have its y coordinate 0, right? Any point lying on the x-axis will have its y coordinate 0, so the y coordinate is taken 0 here, and the ratio B k is to 1, right? We will take the ratio again as k is to 1. Therefore, applying the section formula, we get x comma 0 is equals to kx2 plus x1 upon k plus 1 comma ky2 plus y1 upon k plus 1. Therefore x comma 0 is equals to k x2, what is x2? Minus 4 plus x1, that is 1, upon k plus 1 comma ky2, that is k into 5 plus minus 5 upon k plus 1. Is it clear? Therefore let us simplify this again. X comma 0 is equals to minus 4k plus 1 upon k plus 1 comma 5k minus 5 upon k plus 1. Okay, now we shall simply comparing the coordinates on both sides. We get, comparing the coordinates on both the sides, we get x equals to minus 4k plus 1 upon k plus 1, and 0 equals to 5k minus 5 upon k plus 1, right? So first of all we shall solve this one, the y coordinate. Therefore this will go here, 0 equals to 5k minus 5, which gives me 5k equals to 5, and again which gives me k equals to 1. So we got the value of k as 1. So for friends, again as we did in the previous example, we shall first of all find out the value of k, and then we shall find out the value of the coordinate that is not given. Therefore now we get x as minus 4 into 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1. Therefore x equals to minus 3 plus 1 upon minus 4 plus 1 upon 2, and that is x equals to minus 3 by 2. So we got the value of x, that is minus 3 by 2, and the value of k, that is 1. Therefore the required point of division is minus 3 by 2 comma 0, and the required ratio is 1:1, right? So the required point of division on x-axis is minus 3 by 2 comma 0, and the required ratio is 1:1. Okay friends, so that's it about this sum here. Now I shall give you 1 or 2 questions in the homework so that you can solve it by yourself. Is it clear? Okay, so I'm writing down a question here that will be done by you in homework, that is same as we have solved the previous example here on the board. So 9th one, it is if, let me write down, if 1 comma 2 comma 4 comma y comma x comma 6 and 3 comma 5, 1 comma 2 4 comma y x comma 6 and 3 comma 5 are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order, are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order, then find x and y. We need to find out the x and y. This is same as that of the question we solved previously as of finding the value of p. What you are going to do here is midpoint of the diagonals are equal, hint, midpoints of the diagonals are equal, right? You are going to simply take them as equal. That means this will be a, b, c and d. Midpoint of AC equals to midpoint of BD using the special case, that is the midpoint theorem. Okay friends, so that is the question you are going to do in homework. Okay, write down the question. Till that I am going to erase this one here. Now solving the next question, that is the 10th one. The question is given here that find the area of a rhombus if its vertices are 3 comma 0, 4 comma 5, minus 1 comma 4 and minus 2 comma minus 1 taken in order, right? Find the area of the rhombus if the vertices are this taken in order. Now friends, we must know that when a rhombus is having, its area will be area of a rhombus, that is half into product of its diagonals, right? So this is the area of a rhombus, that is half into product of its diagonals. Now first of all we need to find out the diagonals here. So let A be 3, 0, B 4, 5, C -1, 4, and D -2, -1. So let these be the coordinates given, and if I drew a rhombus here, then it would be somewhat like this. That is my A, B, C and D. So this is my first diagonal, this is my second diagonal, right? So AC into BD, that will be my answer. But product of its diagonals, that means product of the length of the diagonals. So first of all we shall find out using the distance formula. We have AC is equals to square root of -1 -3 whole square plus 4 -0 whole square, that is equals to square root of -4 whole square plus 4 whole square. -4 square is 16 and 4 square is also 16. So square root of 16 plus 16, that is 32. Therefore AC is equals to root 32, or you can also write it as 4 root 2. So we got the first diagonal AC as 4 root 2. Is it clear? We are going to use the distance formula here, not the section formula, friends, because section formula gives us the point of intersection and we require the distance. So rather than applying the section formula, we will apply the distance formula. And we also find BD, that is square root of -2 -4 whole square plus -1 -5 whole square. What is -2 -4? That is again square root of -6 whole square plus, this is also -6 whole square. So -6 square is 36, which is equals to square root of 36 plus 36, that is equals to root 72. Therefore BD equals to root 72 equals to 6 root 2. Yes or no? Which is equals to 6 root 2. So we got the another length of the diagonal, that is BD. Now using the formula, area of the rhombus, that is equals to half into AC into BD, which is equals to half into 4 root 2 multiplied by 6 root 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2, and that 2 and 2 can be cancelled out. So that is equals to 6 into 4, 24 square units. That is the required area of the rhombus. Therefore rhombus has an area of 24 square units. Is it clear, friends? So that is about the distance formula in this chapter. Okay.